it is good to be very factual that why do we find ourselves where we find ourselves today? It is because any time that uh, a nation goes through a transition of some kind, like the ones that we have gone through as a country, especially from 2002, we began to move towards a particular place. Do you remember something known as Vision 2030? Vision 2030. Vision 2030 is a blueprint for our nation. But Vision 2030 is not based on Kenya's thinking alone. No. The world as we know it today, it has had what is called economic development goals. Sometimes they were calling them millennial economic development goals. And then the world sets goals for itself. Then the continents like Africa, Europe, they set goals for themselves, which are guided by what the world has set as a goal. Then the individual nations will also set goals that are aligned with either their economic zones, or, for example, here we are in the East Africa community, we are in the SADC, we are neighbors with the South African development economic bloc. So, and we share, several nations share the East Africa community, SADC, and the South African, what do they call it? The one for South Africa, the South Africa is actually the SADC, the SADC. In Tanzania and Congo are part of SADC, but they are also part of East Africa, and they are also part of IGAD. Okay, but individual nations develop themselves, their goals, which align with the purpose, with the bigger goals of their regions. So our Vision 2030 is not isolated. It is geared towards achieving certain things that the entire world would want to achieve. And we are part of the world. We are not isolated from the world. So those things, they dictate a few things that must not be left behind. And the effects of climate change. Climate change used to be called global warming. Global warming, global warming could not be sustainable because it has so many flaws. Because if it is warming, then it can be cooled down. And those people who devise some of these things, they don't want what is not chaotic to prevail. So they don't want a situation where the world is at peace. No. They want a situation where there are reasons to look up to them as a solution. So when there is nothing to be solved, they create one. They come up with something that is going to cause the world to begin to think towards a particular direction. Then they control how people think towards that direction. At the end, they get, number one, the monies they want. Number two, they control the economy. You see, COVID-19 was achieving so many things for the owners of COVID-19. COVID-19 achieved a lot of money for the people that were selling the uh, the vaccine, for example. It gave a lot of money to the people that were controlling the economies of the world when they tell you don't work, but then they work for that week. So their economic grows, yours stagnates. The impacts of COVID-19 will be felt for a very long time because the gap that was created is a serious gap. Now,